Alright, so a bit about the gameplay. It is pretty quick and fast paced. A lot of kills. I don't win. I'm an idiot, but enjoy. Today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are talking about dating in 2025 and me being recently single after being in a relationship is I haven't quite hit the dating apps yet, but I've been on them a couple of times in my lifetime. And so if you're interested in dating, whether you're a young horny boy or whether you're an old horny boy or you're a me horny boy, maybe horny's not the right word to use, but I can give you some good insight, I think. I don't know. But again, let's start. Dating in 2025 is cooked. It's absolutely cooked. We've gone from accidentally making eye contact at a pub to swiping left and right on an app, or hey, you seem nice, or hey, can I get you a drink, to finding someone's Tinder or Hinge profile, looking them up on Google and finding out where they work and what they do and how beautiful or ugly they are before you've even met them. It doesn't feel like dating anymore. It's more like recruiting, if you know what I mean. Now let's be real. When was the last time you met someone without an app being involved? Kids these days use Instagram. I've been told this. I'm not young anymore, but I've been told Instagram's the way to go. For most of us, it's been years. Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, they're not just apps anymore. They're the entire dating experience. How we meet people, that has been completely rewired, and it's happened so fast we barely noticed. Think about it. 10 years ago, meeting someone online was still a bit weird. Meeting someone in real life is a rom-com plot that nobody believes. You met at a bookstore, sure mate, and I'm the Queen of England. It's very true. It's very, very, very true, because back in the day, like when I met my first girlfriend, I was with her for a really long time, like 7 years. I was in a university exam and I thought she had like a really nice booty. So I smashed the exam, passed it by the way, and I wrote my number on a little piece of paper that I ripped out of my notebook, and I put it on her desk, and I like threw it at her because she sat right next to me. I threw it at her after I left, and then that night she messaged me. Like, insane. And the only other girlfriend I've had after that, and everyone that I've been with since then, has all been through apps. They're all apps. It's crazy. It's shit. It's like the modern day dating process is wild when you break it down. You match based on carefully curated photos. A message with witty one-liners you spent 20 minutes crafting, or these days probably AI. Google them to make sure they're not a complete psycho. You exchange Instagram to verify that they actually look like their photos. You run through the pre-date questionnaire. What's your job? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Are you emotionally available? Do you still have healthy boundaries? What's your star sign? Don't lie, we all ask. I don't ask. Are you in therapy? If not, why? All this before you've even met them. It's not dating, it's due diligence. To be fair, currently talking to a girl at the moment that I met at a shopping center. Again, I'm not on the apps at the moment. Most of the people I meet are either mutuals or like you just say hey and then anyway. You suck it up and go chat with someone. Anyway, we've been going through the whole rigmarole that I've literally placed her in the friend zone already, because I already know her life story and like I'm not all about it. So I'm like, I know you. There's nothing to get to know. I don't need to see you anymore. I know your whole life. What do I need to see you? Now you're officially friend zoned, right? I don't even know if I want to sleep with you, because now you're a bit, I don't know. I get it. Nobody wants to waste time, but we've lost something important when your first impression is a checklist rather than chemistry. Now, I don't want to fat shame, but a lot of the bigger girls out there have some of them have just the most gorgeous looking faces, right? And then, you know, you start chatting, you look up their LinkedIn, or you look up where they work, and, you know, if they've got a public sort of job, and then you see them and you're like, man, that looks nothing like you. Like, you've got such a skinny, beautiful face, and then the rest is quite large. Now, I'm not against larger women, but, you know, it's just not my cup of tea. Here's what dating apps can't capture: how someone's eyes crinkle when they laugh, the way they listen when you're talking, the way they move or fidget or light up when they talk about something they care about. You can't swipe right on energy. You can't filter for presence. There's a reason why 74% of people say they prefer meeting someone in person, but only 38% do it anymore. We're choosing convenience over connection, and it's not working out for us. Divorces in about 20 years are going to be through the roof. Guaranteed through the roof, because everyone's meeting based on initial looks and can I tolerate you. If I can tolerate you and we make a good match, like I know one girl who is far from a 1%er but wants a 1%er boyfriend. Rich, tall, handsome, good looking, all that jazz, right? Now, she wants to date someone that is a 1%er. They're going to look fantastic on Instagram. Think about our kids. I'm attractive. These are attractive. I mean, she's done it so anyway. Like, it's not, the relationships don't work. I got really lucky with my ex-girlfriend. Still to this day, most amazing human being. Reasons we didn't work are not things I'm going to publicly say. But we met on Hinge, and we ended up just instantly bonding. So look, I'm not completely against dating apps, but I don't know, man, it just makes, there's no connection anymore. There's no feeling. It's a bit fucked, if you ask me. When psychologists look at dating apps, they find the same thing: choice overload. Having more options would make us happier, right? Wrong. Studies show that the more options we have, the less satisfied we are with our choices. It's like going to a cafe with 200 types of coffee. You don't feel liberated, you feel stressed. When there's always something potentially better one swipe away, it's hard to invest in the person right in front of you. We've turned dating into a human version of online shopping. This one's nice, but let me check if there's a better deal. So yeah, pretty much, right? Pretty much. So that's just kind of how dating is kind of gone to these days, because people aren't, like, I had after I broke up with a girlfriend, you know, you have that couple of months where you're like sad, and then you're like, fuck, I've got to get back into it again. Fucking got to start dating again. You know, you gotta do your business as a man and a girl. Women do the same to men. Hey, yo, I ain't speaking sexism here. Women are probably a little bit worse, but men are, you know, a little bit fucked as well. I know, I'm aware. So, but when you think about what you have to do, swipe left, swipe right, swipe left, swipe right. Do I like the 6 pictures that you've picked? Do I like your bio? Do I like your description? Do I match and waste my free likes on you when the next one could be hotter? Like, it's a bloody Pokemon game here. Like, it's like Fortnite skins. Do I buy this one because another one might come out that could be better? That's what dating's turned into, if we want to talk about it in Fortnite language. To be honest, neither side is having a great time. Men feel invisible and women feel overwhelmed. It's a perfect storm of mutual frustration. If you look at any girl's dating app, it is like upon like upon like upon like. Now, these companies have also turned them into massively huge businesses that you know, you pay for someone to like you. What happened to people just liking each other, and the dating app matches you together? Like, it makes no sense. Anyway, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Dating apps hit differently depending on who you are. For many blokes, it's a numbers game. Send enough messages, maybe someone responds, the stats are grim. The average straight man matches with less than 1% of the people he swipes right on. For women, it's the opposite problem. Too many matches, too many messages, and too much filtering. It's exhausting in a completely different way. Man, I thought I was pretty good looking, and I log in to Tinder, 3 or 4 days later, I've got like 60 matches. I'm fucking swiping, boys. I am swiping like no tomorrow. Every single chick is yes, because apparently on Tinder, every single hot female in my specific state, Melbourne, within a 20-kilometer radius, we've got fucking hundreds of supermodels, and I'm matching with tons of them, right? But then all the girls that I'm swiping on, but keep in mind, after a while you get sick of it, right? After swiping properly and she looks nice and that person looks good, or we could bond, right? You get sick of it because you don't get any matches. So, as a male, what do? You just start swiping every single person till you find a match. So then you just build up your matches because you're like, I don't even like you. It's just a disaster. I'm just going to put it out there. It is horrible. I think for men these days, being either in a relationship and just make that thing work like no tomorrow, or just be single until you want to get married and then find someone. I don't know. Otherwise, you're going to have to be 6 foot and it's horrible. So, what's the solution? I'm not saying burn your phone and move to a commune, but maybe try something radical, like talking to strangers again. Not in a creepy way, but in places designed for connection, classes where you learn something new, events around things you care about, through friends. Revolutionary concept, I know. Community groups. My mate Tom met his partner at a trivia night because they both gave the same wrong answer to a question about New Zealand. 3 years later, they're still going strong. That kind of coincidence doesn't happen on an app. It can. My ex-girlfriend, like I said, we were a match made in heaven. We were 2 peas in a pod. Maybe one day I will discuss it. Maybe one day we will get back together. But I've never had a better girlfriend. And to be honest with you, until maybe I meet my next, girlfriend, I don't actually think I'll ever find a girlfriend like that ever again. But anyway, this isn't about me. This is about Tom, apparently. If you're still swiping, and let's be honest, most of us are, here's how to do it better. Set time limits. Please don't treat it like a full-time job. Meet up sooner rather than later. Text chemistry is often a mirage. Ask questions that matter to you, not questions you should ask. Remember, there's a human on the other end, not a product. Be honest about what you want, even if it might mean fewer matches. Dating has changed massively, but what we're looking for hasn't. We all still want to feel seen, understood, and valued. The algorithms might decide who we meet, but don't determine who we connect with. That part's still up to us. So whether you're swiping until your thumb hurts or brave enough to chat to someone IRL, remember, a great relationship doesn't start with a perfect profile. It begins with a genuine connection. Everything that I wrote in this script, with the help of AI, because go fuck yourself, is 100% accurate. Dating has changed. Like, I'm 30 years old, right? And dating, when I first started dating, the apps weren't a thing. Apps started in my generation. Everything most people are experiencing now, the first versions of that were all implemented in my generation. Tinder, Hinge, all of that when it first started for me was free. You didn't have to pay to match and this and that. The algorithms just put people who were local to you that maybe you would get along with. But what did you do? You just kept going on dates. You would talk to them for a couple of days. You wouldn't really get into what do you do for work? Where do you go? Blah, blah, blah. Fantastic. Let's get a coffee. Let's go for dinner. Let's meet at your place. Let's Netflix and chill. and you would just meet more people and do different things, and you would build an emotional connection with most people. Now, because it's all fucked and, you know, companies are monetizing the shit out of it, you can't really get that same experience that you did unless you pay for it. However, a lot of the women these days are a little bit more open, but also a lot of them are all a little bit more judgy. Men are also very judgy. At the moment, I'm looking for someone that I want to settle down with and get married. The girl that I match with online, even though she might be the same age as me, might be like, nah, I've just got out of a 10-year relationship with an ex-husband and a kid. I'm not into that anymore. Like, everything is very different and things have changed. So let me know in the comments what your dating experience has been like. Have you used apps, real life, disaster stories, success stories? Would love to hear it all. If this video hits home, please like it, share it, and let me know in the comments and subscribe for more takes on our weird digital lives. Until next time, swipe responsibly, and I hope dating is working really well. This video, by the way, was made because I got a comment from someone. I'd already started implementing it, but someone actually commented on one of my videos saying, can you do something on dating? So I did. And if you do want to see a topic on something specific, let me know. All right, guys, peace. Bye.